Thank you, Nancy ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. Pretty much now, afternoon, friends. I think for tech folks, Saturday afternoon is a nap time, isn't it? Yes or no? And Nancy ma'am asked me to drove from Electronic City to come here on a Saturday when I could have probably spent some time with my family, but I can never say no to Professor Nancy. Friends, we live in a very, very fast changing times. 2 days back, you know that we had a Karnataka Skill Summit, and I happened to be there with the deliberations with the Skill Council. And can you imagine that we don't have a skill gap report for Karnataka? So we don't know what is the problem. Now, if you solving the skill gap, we don't know. So if you go to a doctor, what he or she advises you to get whatever checks, get your medical reports, right? And then they give you some solution. So this is the world we live in. Hopefully with this great initiative of the government of Karnataka, we will have a much better. And by the way, the Karnataka hosts the most number of software engineers, even more than America or the Bay Area. Bangalore hosts as a most skilled worker in the world. And you can imagine we're still talking about how to get skilling better. The problems were plenty, and then we have a new entrant, right? AI. And within the 6 months to a year, I think in our companies and wherever I go, everything starts with AI. Whether it's your town hall, CEO's review, your conversation, I think everything is already branded as AI except the restrooms, right? And the reality is this, that we are talking about so many things, but I think the big elephant in this room has to be in AI. Because, the pace is changing. 4,000 courts, like our judiciary courts, has gone away with the typist job, right? Now, you see the government job is very secured, but they don't need stenographers. When I was a growing kid, every look and corner, there used to be stenographers, typists, typing institutes. How many have gone to typing institute, or at least seen it in our lifetime, I think. And I enrolled into the typing institute thinking to get a government job. 600 rupees course for 3 months, and you can type 70 words per minute or something like that, right? But I remember. And I said, well, chuck it, man. Why we need this typing job? And then the computers came, all the typing jobs moved away, right? But imagine how many years it took. Still we have a stenographer in the courts. Still have, if you go to any government office, there are tons of people lying up with the fancy typewriters. And imagine even those typewriters are vanishing from the courts because of the AI. So the last, I think, this is like a nail in the coffin. Friends, let me ask you this question to just wake you up. How many of you are a dog lover? You love dogs. Okay, others hate? Then you shouldn't be in this room, actually. But jokes apart, a lot of us love dogs. We like them. Some of them actually have pets like dog. What do you think? So we love dogs. Why? Because probably they don't speak. When you have kids, the most time you like when they are age of 2, below 2, when they really don't demand a lot, right? And we love them the most. We feel like they should speak. But the moment they start speaking, you are better before speaking. So that's how, so I think, we love their loyalty, etc., etc. But what do you think the dogs will think about us? So we love them because of loyalty. They're not so verbal in terms of communication. They're okay with whatever food you give, right? You're okay that you go for a 5 days vacation and they sit in their home, right? But what the dogs thinks about us? You never care about that, no? That what dogs is thinking about us, right? Anybody? Just a guess. They think we are cruel, we are kind, we are bad, good, ugly, nothing? They think they are better off than a human being. Actually, it's opposite. They think that we are super dogs. And that's why they are loyal to us. And that's how the computer is. Computer was. Okay? They don't have their own language. Think about it. They don't have their own language. They can't speak the way humans speak. They used to be. They're loyal because whatever we tell them, they do it. And computers think that humans are supercomputers. If you remember, the famous Gary Kasparov chess tournament happened with the computer first time, and hands down he defeated in a chess game. And for many years, we keep defeating computers or supercomputers. But today we can't think about that. So think about computers at this point of time, how it was. Now, let me ask you another question. What do you think about monkeys? What the monkeys will actually think about us? Sorry? They are the future. Okay, so they think that after promotion they'll become human beings. Like all of us think in our corporate life, right? That's what you meant. So, anybody else has something, human resource professional, right? You should be knowing that, the different types of, anybody else has any guesses? What monkeys will think about human beings? So monkeys actually don't think that we are some super, the race. There's something great about human beings. They think they are like us. We can take humans like any time, right? That's it. So that's the world we are in today's AI. When computers have started for the first time conversing in English, they don't need any kind of programming languages. They can just converse in our, whatever the languages we speak, and that's for matter, English is the most spoken. Now just think about this. At this stage we are talking about monkeys. Now somebody, monkeys has their own panchayat and say, hey, let's take on these human beings. Enough of being equal, let's go over. We know better than human beings. So let's go and take some panga with these guys. And they somebody alter their mind and say, hey, we can become more superior than human race. And that's the threat we live in the AI world. But today, if computer is started speaking and conversing and taking action in our languages, tomorrow they don't need their language. They don't need your English language. They'll probably develop their own language. So that's a question we all have to think. Now, the problems are plenty. What's the kind of solutions we can think of? Microsoft at this point of time, 30% of their coding is done by AI. I talked about the codes, right? There are enough jobs at stake and already at stake who can be easily replaced, right? So, is that the jobs will go away? Do you think there will be a huge scarcity of jobs? Or do you think that there will be a new roles will be created? Jobs will go away or roles will be created? You're right. So roles are going to be more and more created, right? More and more people will be required who are domain experts. So what AI is doing is basically, it's making people who are already smart more smarter. Okay? If you're not smart, it's not, so like in Hindi we say that nakal ke liye bhi akal chahiye hota, right? So if you are smart, AI is going to make you more smarter. But if you are not smart, you will actually be behind in the whole game. So if it's onus on us, right? Whether you want to be in the bandwagon of AI or you want to leave AI. Let me also talk about some research. So Harvard, I think it's a mecca of education, right? Everybody quotes Harvard. So Harvard did a very interesting study. And in this study, what they did, they actually created two cohorts of students, batch of two sides of students. And every alternate month, they will be tutored by AI first month, next month by the faculty, again, and then both the groups will actually, every month has to go on a different kind of tutoring. And they realized after 6 months of this pilot project, which they did, that the students who are tutored by the AI, their learning comes for at least 20 to 30% more, right? This is a Harvard study. It's not even I'm talking and trying to tell you. So the reality is this, that the way AI is learning about us, AI is understanding each one of us at a pace that nobody can even think of. Okay, how many books you can read in your lifetime? How many books? Anybody here who have read like 1 lakh plus books? 50,000? 10,000? 5,000? AI can read lakhs of books in like minutes and hours, right? That's a machine. So where do we learn all those things, right? So this is a time we live in. There are two aspects of it. First, I can tell you with my personal examples, my productivity has gone at least 30% in the last 6 months since I've adopted a lot of AI tools. I give you a very interesting example. I was filing my ITR, and I have the same CA for the last so many years. And as usual, whatever he says, I think no, he knows better than me. So I said, okay, fine. All these years, whatever he says, I accept and I pay whatever extra taxes I have to pay. This year, I was about to actually pay whatever he said, this year also. Then I thought, okay, we have a time till tomorrow. It was the 15th of, I think, September, something. And I said, I have time till tomorrow, let's wait. So like for everything, I'm like validating with ChatGPT or per se, Perplexity, etc. I thought, let me just put whatever he's put and I'll put in the ChatGPT. And I said, advise me whether I should go with this regime, that regime, what tax savings I can do. Trust me, friends, the amount I paid was 1/4 of what my CEO has advised, my CA has advised. It's a real. I'm not making it. And I went back and sent the same data what ChatGPT gave me to my CA, and he asked me, where did you get this? Did you hire another CA? No, I have a friend, I just ask him some questions, and that's how. I didn't want him to feel bad because at the end of the day, the same CA has to do all the job, right? All this. So this is how the power it is. How many actually use this, any AI tool for filing for income tax? You did, and did you save money? See, all of you lost money. Right? So you don't know how to save money, this is your problem. So the point is this, that all of us has this, a big responsibility on us as an HR professional. I'm one of the founding members of my technology company called Brilio. We are 6,000 employees globally. And what initiative we have taken now is that every single employee in our company has to go something called AI native test. Every single, even including me, including the chairman of the company, every single one of us has to go an AI native test. And the test will tell us, show us the mirror that how much of AI we are adopted. And if we are not, then we will have code, I think we have with Udemy and etc. And the whole idea is that AI first thinking, AI first is the approach most of our organization is taking. Friends, all our jobs for matter is going to be a risk. This is not, I'm trying to just tell you, all of our jobs. Until unless, because the competition is between X and Y, and X is using the, technology and AI at the space, and Y is using faster, then Y will have a better chance than you. I have seen this happening in front of my eyes a lot of time in customer conversations or our conversations at the leadership level. This is a huge time. So please embrace, otherwise you'll embarrass yourself, if not the AI. The last aspect I'm trying to bring here is that a lot of people will actually be left out in this whole game. The people who are at the early stage of the career, the people who are passing out of the colleges, right? Please build your domain expertise. We will need a lot of domain people, lot of people with the depth of the knowledge. We would need people who will work on building AI ethics. We will need people who will actually remove biases. 26%, sir was talking about diversity, only 26% of AI engineers are women. Now what will happen? If we have 70%, 74% male AI engineers who are building all these LLMs and models, your biases will come, right? I was very surprised with one of the, when I was sitting in one of the large university in Bangalore, I was addressing them. And after my address on AI, I sat with him and he showed me his profile on ChatGPT. Okay? And that profile says that he's no more 2 years back. I was shocked, right? Have I not known this gentleman, I would have probably believed it, right? That, okay, he's no more, right? And just imagine if I have done that and probably gone on the stage and addressed, what would happen to that? So please put caution. Please understand, ChatGPT is just an assistant. It is at the nascent stage of AI, a very nascent stage. Only 5% of the ChatGPT has given any kind of commercial success so far. 95% has given no commercial success. But that's with any technology in the world, that it starts with that, 5%, 6%, 10%. The biggest fear is going to be from ChatGPT, what is basically a Gen AI. We will be now moving, and we already moved to something called RPAs. RPA is a robotic process automation, and the whole process flow automation, what we are talking about. So today what happened is when you're talking to Gen AI, you are actually asking and you're getting the information, but the AI is not validating it for you. It's you who have to validate the right, wrong, what judgment. So judgments is all done by human being. What we are thinking and what people are working is something is agentic AI. Agentic AI is going to drive business revenues, and every single company is actually working towards it, where agents will actually replace human beings in decision making. When you're talking to judge or any information with the AI, it will go back and forth, and the validation will be done by the agents. And one thing which most of the scientists have said, that the last innovation of this human world will be something called not the AI, not the Gen AI. It is going to be a super computing, and they said that once we have AGI, artificial general intelligence. What is the AGI, which is going to happen, or is already happening? Every single thing a human can do will be done by the AGI, right? Which has emotions, has same, they don't need an English language to do any computing. And some of you may say, what is a big deal? We will switch off some AI machines, some AI data centers. So it's very easy for us to kind of just get away with that. But friends, you can switch 1 or 2 or 3. There are millions already built now. You can't get away with it. So if you think that we can stop AI, only God can help you if He can stop it. People have done, some of things are actually happening we even don't know, which is the next. So there's a lot of disruption happening. There's a lot of tools available. There's a lot of information available. Please go, in my mind, everybody should be AI first thinkers. Get that sorted for you, what it can help you in your career, your personal, and then build upon it, right? That's the point. And the last point which I want to make it here is that, from the UN, we have created an AI skilling as a charter, because we really feel that AI has to be inclusive. We can't leave the people who can't afford AI learning. So we will be creating, we are already started in the journey of creating a lot of AI skilling program, which will be accessible free for our, for tons of people. We have already implemented something for the teachers in Karnataka, government school teacher, which we've done with the Microsoft Copilot, where all the teachers have been given access to this Copilot, and they are using for their, session plan, test, etc., etc. So that model, we want to now take it up to the higher schools, the colleges, and also for people who are in the working space. So this is the world we are living in. This is a world we should be, all of us should voice it. Please watch this space very carefully. Don't think that AI is not our threat. It is, but if you embrace, it could be a friend as well. So that's the few things I had to share on AI. I know my topic was also about the environment and all, but since I have very limited time, friends, 3% of the global energy at this point of time is AI is consuming, 3% of the global energy. And similar range, you can think about clean water. Just the US itself has put $500 billion on AI, just the one country. If you add Europe, China, and the other countries, we are talking about $1.5 trillion of investment in data center. Right? Imagine today it is just few $100 billion. We are talking about 10x, 15x of investment coming in it. It's all committed. The first few executive order which Trump signed when he took over the presidency was, one of them was, he signed an executive order of uninterrupted power supply to the AI data center. It is the same thing which you'd give it an emergency or any kind of natural calamity or in a war. So that's a level of preparedness, and there's a huge competition happening in the global level that who will have the most data centers. And these data centers are power guzzlers, water, they need a lot of water to cool it. So this is another challenge which is creating on the environment side. So we need to be really mindful that whatever we do as an individual, as a HR professional or whatever roles you are playing, what can you do to support people who needs at this point of time? So wishing you all good luck. Thanks for patient listening. Thank you so much.